Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Siriana Tarot. This is going to be a singles new love reading for my dearest Aries. Aries, we're going to take a look at who's coming towards you in love, what this person is like, how they're viewing you, what type of relationship this is going to be, and maybe how you'll meet. So let's go ahead and get as many messages, advice, and guidance that we can get from Spirit. If these messages do resonate, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And just a friendly reminder, I am available for private readings, so if you're after one, I have those links down below. All right, Aries, let's see who is this person. Okay, so we have the Seven of Wands. Okay. You could be dealing with a fire sign. We also see the Four of Cups. They're viewing you as the Ten of Swords. And we have the Queen of Wands. So this is going to be a very fiery, very passionate, very sexy connection. All right. And we have the Four of Pentacles. So someone here could be 44 years old, could have a life path number 4, be born on the 4th, the 14th, the 24th. The Seven of Wands here tells me that this person may be a little bit guarded. I'm seeing that also they may come off as a little bit emotionally unavailable at first. Aries, this is somebody who definitely holds back or is holding back on you. I do feel when this person is committed, they are very devoted. But I do feel like they hold back a little bit and like they're coming off a little bit emotionally unavailable. Now they're viewing you as the Ten of Swords. So for some of my Aries, this is somebody you've had an ending with, okay? But that's not going to be for all of you. Some of you, they just know that you've been through some sort of painful endings. It could be a personal loss. It could be a difficult cycle in life. It could have to do with finances, emotions, your physical health. The Seven of Wands tells me this person is guarded, but this person is also quite successful. So I do feel like maybe they've been used in the past, so they have their guards up, okay? And we see the Hanged Man showing up, Pisces energy. So I do feel like this person is ready for movement in their love life, especially if they have been holding back or they haven't been dating or they've been rejecting people or I just feel like they haven't been into it, probably since their last breakup. This Pisces energy tells me this person is very selfless and nurturing and creative, very highly intuitive. But I also feel like your person's coming out of hermit mode or coming out of this Hanged Man energy rather, where they've just kind of been hanging out. They haven't been putting time and effort either into winning you over, Aries, or just dating in general. Now, this could also be someone here who's seeing you differently if it is somebody who you've had an ending with. Okay, we see the Fool, Aries energy, so you could be dealing with another Aries. But I do see this person is fun, they're adventurous, and they are ready to take a leap of faith, even if they have been holding back, even if they have been disappointed in love. And we see the Empress energy, Taurus and Libran energy, so this is divine counterpart status, guys. This is somebody who's very attractive, somebody who has a lot to offer. Some of you, they're a bit guarded because they are a single parent, and so they're cautious about whom they allow into their life or their children's lives. But this is somebody that definitely wants something serious. But I do feel they've been hurt in love. That's what I'm getting. I feel like they've been really disappointed by, the mother or father of their child or children, if they have children, or maybe a broken engagement or some sort of deep betrayal is what I'm getting. So I think that they kind of closed off for a while, but they're ready. They're open and ready, when they meet you or when they come towards you. We do see Virgo energy. Isn't that funny? I said hermit mode for the Hanged Man and out pops Virgo energy. So this person's a planner and an organizer, but yeah, they may have a tendency to overthink and to overanalyze. Okay, we see Taurus energy, really strong earth in this person's chart. They're stable, they enjoy aesthetics and comfort as they're ruled by Venus. They're loyal, they're kind. They can also be a bit stubborn at times. And this person is wealthy, so they do have a lot to offer. They've worked hard for what they've achieved. So you can expect a comfortable lifestyle with this person for sure. They're showing up in Empress energy. And so they're really looking for the right person. They're looking for the Emperor to match their Empress or vice versa. We see this person has strong air in their chart, Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. Okay, so I do feel like this person is quite intellectual. And again, they may come off as a little bit not emotionally available at first, but I just think that's that cautious energy that they're bringing to dating. Some of you, this is going to be an unexpected connection. I actually think, Aries, you're going to be quite unexpected for this person. They might feel like they've kind of got everything under control and they're not interested in dating and they're going to be a bachelor or bachelorette forever. Of course, there's something just too special about you to pass up. So with performer energy, some of you, this person may be a performer. That could be an artist, a musician, an actor. For some of you, this person is in their 40s. I did get that number 44 coming through. But remember, these very specific messages, Aries, are not going to resonate with all of you, but they will be confirmation for some of you. And again, short hair for some of you. We do see this person is enlightened, they're awakened, so you two are definitely going to match each other's vibe. And let's see. What else do my Aries need to know about this person? What else do my Aries need to know about this person? Okay, so we see this person is known to be sarcastic often. Okay, so a dry, witty sense of humor. Okay. There's a 3 to 5 year age difference between the two of you. Okay. Your first kiss will be within 1 year from now. So this is an indication that this is not a past person for the vast majority of you. Okay, so it doesn't mean it's going to take a year to kiss this person. It just means you haven't kissed this person and it's happening within 1 to 12 months, okay? I always get funny comments about that card when it comes out. And this person may have 3 siblings. Also pay attention to that number sequence 333 coming through here. And we see this person has lighter skin, so this can be lighter than you, lighter than what's typical for their normal background. Or their ethnic background, or lighter than their family members, lighter than the person you normally date. All right, so let's see. What else do we need to know? What else do we need to know about this person? All right, we see this person is muscular, they're fit, they're a gym rat, they're health conscious. Fire energy coming through in their chart. So Leo, Aries, Sag. Some of you might meet this person at the gym or where you work out. And we see they may have olive, medium, or dark skin tone. Okay, and again, within that, they could be on the lighter side. But again, I'm reading for a lot of you, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. And we see laid back, relaxed, balanced, and easygoing here. All right. The 10 of Swords, Aries, they're viewing you as having gone through something very difficult. Like I said, maybe for one of you or two of you, this is somebody you've had an ending with, but Spirit was confirming that for the vast majority of you, this is not someone you've had any sort of intimate union with. We see the Emperor, so they're seeing you as the Emperor. Now, this person might be a little bit worried that you're not interested in something long-term. They may be a little bit worried that you're rebounding when you meet this person, for those of you who have just gotten out of a relationship. And for some of you, they might be worried that you have a little bit of a temper, okay? So just be aware of that. And some of you, they might be worried that you're just, you're a bit of a player here. Whether you are or you are not, it's just, maybe their initial impression of you. And we see the 5 of Wands. So they may... you might meet this person under some sort of conflict or at a time of conflict for you, Aries. So they may see that, you're hurting or that you're frustrated. And, there's nothing wrong with that, right? I mean, we can't always control what's going on in our lives when we meet someone or how we meet someone. But I do think this person sees that, I don't know if they see some sort of aggression here, and I don't think it's towards them. I mean, you may meet this person and you've got tough stuff going on, or maybe you do have to stand your ground, with other people, whether it's a boss or it's a roommate or it's a family member or a total stranger, whatever it might be. So just be aware of that. This person is seeing you as, maybe being a little bit conflict oriented or putting up a bit of a fight. And my Aries, I love you out there, but Aries is known for not backing down. and definitely, you know, showing up to a fight if it's necessary. So I feel like they're seeing that energy here with you, but it doesn't mean that it's completely turning them off either. I like the Five of Wands here because it oftentimes is saying that this person feels they need to work for your attention, you know, that there are other people that are interested in you. So it's, you know, you're not someone who's in the bag immediately. All right, so let's see what else what do they admire about my Aries? So we see trickster energy, which to me, I think they find you amusing, but not in a, you know, not in a negative way. You know, you maybe like to, you know, tell jokes or do tricks or things like that. But more so, I feel like, you know, they see that you're very different, that you're fun. There's something like a je ne sais quoi. There's something special about you. And that you're not conventional, you're not stuffy, and you're also unpredictable in the best possible way. Okay, and we see Midas and Miser. So they like your attitude towards money, your relationship with money. Some of you, they love that you have entrepreneurial ideas and that you love sharing life's riches. Yeah, so like you're generous. And this person sees that, you know what, we could have a lot of fun together. We could share the good life together. All right, so let's go ahead and see what else we need to know. What do they not like about my Aries? So we see vulnerable. You cannot experience true intimacy unless you open your heart and be yourself. So this person might be a little bit worried that you're not going to be vulnerable with them. And again, that could be a projection. That could be a projection, because I do see this person at times or showing up as having a difficulty with vulnerability themselves. All right, and we see not talking. So you aren't communicating your needs clearly. You need to discuss how you feel. So this person may want more direct communication, or you being a bit more open about how you really feel about them. All right, with the Queen of Wands here, I do think it's going to be a fiery, sexy, passionate connection. There may be some personality clashes here, but I kind of feel like neither one of you are going to back down, and you might kind of live for it. You know, like you live for that, you know, mental sparring, if you will, and banter. We see retreat, so time alone or in nature will help you recharge. So there may be moments where, you know, this connection is very powerful, very passionate. Maybe there, like I said, there might be personality clashes, but then you two kind of pull apart. And I'm not saying necessarily a breakup or a separation, but you go to your separate corners. You regroup and boom, you're ready for more. Okay, so we're seeing just a little warning or just some advice here that working less will help strengthen your relationship. So just make sure you both are, you know, creating time in each other's schedules to be together. And there's potential for abundance. And I was getting that with the Midas and the Miser archetype here, that this person sees abundance, but Spirit's confirming that you two may live a very, you know, a very luxurious life. You know, we do see that a comfortable lifestyle is indicated here between the two of you. And, you know, I looked over at the Six of Swords and I was like, this could be somebody who's coming back around, Aries. So like I said, it might be for more than one or two of you, that this might be a second chance. Okay, or a relationship that deserves a second chance. But again, that doesn't necessarily mean it's an ex. You know, that can certainly mean somebody that you had a flirtation with, but then they traveled or they moved or, you know, whatever. The relationship couldn't get off the ground, and now Spirit's bringing this person back to you in some capacity. That card can also be an indication that you have a past life soul connection. So a deep knowing when you meet each other, feeling very comfortable with one another. All right, Aries, so just trust your intuition here with these messages. And we're seeing reaching out. So this person, they're going to expect a call or text from your person of interest. So if they already have your number, or you're already talking to this person, or you know who they are, they're definitely going to hit you up again. Or they're going to make the first move. There's a magnetism here between the two of you. There's a gravitational pull towards one another. And Spirit saying you have real feelings. You share true romantic feelings worth exploring. And I feel like you two are going to really share all of your feelings. And I feel that there's a beauty to that. Like, it's not just going to be love and romance. You know, when you're angry, when you're upset, when you're sad, when you're happy, when you're frustrated, you two are going to show each other that. And I love that, because it tells me that there will be vulnerability, there will be transparency between the two of you. And we see Forever Young, a song of youthful playfulness. So maybe some of you, this is someone you grew up with, or you went to high school with, or something like that. But more so, I do feel like, there's going to be this youthful playfulness between the two of you. And just remember, the couple that plays together stays together. So when we're asking about timing here, Spirit's saying you're not meant to know. It could be happening between now and September. Spirit's confirming within the next 3 months for a lot of you. All right, my lovely Aries, I'm going to leave it here, sending you love and light. Take care.